YouTube. We're the Bryant family, and this is our little video series where we show you sort of like step by step how we're building a house ourselves.
That's right. Right now we're digging holes. As you can see, behind us is where the house will be. And we currently reside in a temporary home right next to it. But the permanent home will be, right there.
It's a 2-story, 1,600 square foot house, and in the city of Houston, so it means we have to like go through their building codes, permitting, inspections, and that's been difficult because we're doing this all ourselves.
She's completely done all the permitting, designed the house, got all the everything approved and all that, and I've just been the cheerleader and then helping.
Had to get water on the property. It's a lot in a neighborhood, but you have to get a water meter. We had to get electricity, a temporary pole. We have to have sewer because we are living on the property while we build. So yeah, follow us, subscribe if you want. The button's over there. Or
also hit the like button. It's not a thing.
No, it's not the like. It's you subscribe.
Hit all the buttons,
and then
we'll show you how to build a house.
Yeah, we'll show you.
As we learn.
Right now we're digging and it's awful.
Yeah.
And we're digging with shovels, not with fancy tools, because like I said, we're doing this ourselves, which means
we have a nice shovel though.
We do have 2 really good shovels.
And we got a nice wheelbarrow in the background.
That's our new favorite friend.
As you can see, we're showing it off in this video right now.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get like a Craftsman sponsorship. Because did I say we're doing it ourselves? I think I said that. So we're paying for it ourselves.
Paying for it,
with
doing it.
Each paycheck, we're able to put aside, like this month we can maybe buy the concrete for the footings. It's a little bit of a raised house because we're in Houston, so we have to dig holes for the footings where the concrete's going to go, and then inside that is rebar and stronghold straps, and then on top is blocks, and then beams, and then a house.
44 holes, right?
44 holes. The outside are 4 foot on center, and the inside holes are 6 foot on center. So, and
whatever that means.
Yeah.
And keep saying things like that, and I'm like, where do you want the hole to?
Yes. And I spray paint it and show them. So we'll try to show you how we're doing it. Like I said, let us know if you're enjoying what you see. Try to be nice. This is our first time doing this. All right. Okay, hopefully you can see our strings. My kids aren't making too much noise in the background. But basically, this is how we have figured out where these holes need to be. The outside load-bearing walls are 4 feet on center. And then these interiors are 6 feet on center. And then left to right, it's all 6 feet on center. So we used a laser level that I borrowed to find our 4 corners. And then a laser tape to make sure that we were square. And then ran these 1-bys. We ran a string all the way around that was level, and then used those to put these 1x4s around, and that's where we screw in our screws. So we just measure down the line of the 1x4. So, like for instance, this string here to that string is 6 feet. And that's pretty much how we figure out where everything goes. And so I made a jig. This is like a complicated area here because we have the 3 strings. The 2 yellows are the outside load bearing, and then the pink is the inside. So what I'll do is I'll take this square that's very waterlogged because we've had so much rain, and I'll put it here. These are 16 by 16 squares. Sorry, I'm just trying to open up my spray paint. And then spray paint the ground. Okay, then I move the box out of the way. Ooh, it's heavy. and that's where I need to dig. So, and then we dig, we obviously dig bigger than that hole because we'll be using forms. So that's where we dig. We only have 8 more holes to go. We had 44 total, so we've done 36. From each of these strings, because in an ideal world these strings are level to each other since the 4 corners are level and our 1x4 is level, so we measured down 28 inches. So that way over here where the ground slopes down, oops, I just tripped on them, we don't have to dig as deep, but it's still 28 inches from that string to the bottom of that hole. And that's how we keep them all level, so that when we pour our concrete and we do our cinder blocks and then our beams, everything is nice and level, because that's what we want. It's level square foundation. This box over here is what kind of the forms will be like. So once we dig a hole, we stick it down in there, check it's level, and then kind of fine tune the holes. Right now it's so mucky, we're sort of just like digging the square big. Here's one that is pretty good, but it's full of water. I mean, not full, but it's, you know, here's one that's not full of water. So you can see it's very square. Yeah, so that's it.
So this is the kind of thing that you deal with when you're building a house. When you say we're building a house, people think that we have contractors. But we are out here in the mud.
Who's the contractor number 1? Contractor number 2.
That's right.
I mean, I'm number 1 and he's number 2, but.
And then this is number 3, newest addition, our new wheelbarrow that we got for Christmas.
Yes. He's the workhorse.
So that has been.
What you got going on in this hole? There seems to be some issues.
It's very muddy and heavy because it has water in it, mud, and it's a grind for sure. With the roots, it makes it even harder.
Your roots stuck to your shovel.
We've been hearing lots of interesting opinions and ideas from people, but once you get out here in the mud, you realize you just got to get it done. There is no miracle pill or tool that will,
unless you have an excavator. That would do it, but
yeah, that would be,
that costs money.
A great contractor for us to work with. A big machine. So, you know.
So we were complaining about the holes being so hard to dig because they were so dry and like cement, and now they're sloppy, full of water, real heavy. Here's some of our chickens. Our kids are over there hitting each other with socks filled with mud. And my shoes are super sloppy muddy. All right, well, we'll check back in soon.
Another root. Back to the axe.
Giveth the axe.
Thanks, Grandma, for the axe.
This is Grandma's axe.
Somebody's grandma.
This is our children's grandma. There's our chickies. There's our container full of our stuff. All right, so just gonna show you like what we're dealing with here. This is gumbo mud or black gumbo. It's basically clay. It's really hard to dig in. Sticks to everything, which is why our shoes look like that. This is what it looks like. You can like form it. The kids have been making little sculptures out of it, little snowmen. But it's heavy, it's wet, and you can see like you can see the dirt, and then it just turns into black, yucky clay. So like while you're digging, you know, you're scooping this stuff out. And then you gotta take your little trowel every now and then and scrape off the mud. Otherwise, your shovel weighs about 10 pounds, Chat?
It weighs more.
It weighs a lot more. And then the mud won't come off. Anyway, so, and then of course every hole has roots, giant rocks, glass, because there used to be a house here. Sometimes we find pieces of tile, water bottles, all sorts of fun stuff. Chet's gonna go take this dirt away before it gets too heavy. This is like the more crumbly looking. They've filled socks with mud and they're slapping each other with them. And there's our chickens. We're getting closer though. Why does he have those marks on his back, Sonny?
Somebody was slapping me with the sock.
Slapping him with a sock?
I was hitting him with that.
Why? But why is it dirty?
Because that sock had mud on it.
Because you filled a sock full of mud and you've been slinging it at each other?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
But they're already dirty and they're old.
Okay.
And very
Are your shoes old?
No.
No.